You made mistakes. Yes, you made mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Now this is a safe place when you
Mhm.
made those mistakes.
Yeah.
So you have to take notes and what you think you have to improve. Where you think you need to improve.
Bueno, el shyness sé que viene mucho por. I know I'm shy right now because it's a group, and I know me, but also I feel the afraid of me. I don't want to sell something.
Failure.
I
No,
want to.
yeah, the thing is that fail to failure, lo que tienes ahorita, ¿verdad? Tienes miedo a fallar. Mientras más falles, mejor, más consigues información about what you need to fix. The more failure, you have more information about what you need to fix. So every time you do it again, you improve, you improve, you improve, you improve. And get to the point that the other person is not going to know if you're doing it right or wrong. Just think about that. I mean, we know because we practice this, we do that, right? But the other person is going to be normal. It's going to be just a conversation.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you need to, see. Okay, I need to practice my closing. I need to practice my, my questions. I need to practice. Right now, you need to practice everything, but it's like because it's normal. It's your first time. It's nobody's perfect. Nobody. So that's exactly. But you have to feel like that. The next time you do it, you're going to feel better. The next time, better. Then it's going to be to the time that it's going to come out, natural. But you have to. This is the blood of your business. This conversation is going to feed your business. So the faster you learn how to you do this, the faster you're going to be for you to start generating more income, more, more leads, handle more people. Because everybody wants leads. I want leads. Give me leads. Okay, what are you going to do with the leads after? So you did great. I mean, I don't know what Jasmine has to say, Xiomara.
Well, I'll let Xiomara take over and say how she felt as a buyer and what she thinks that Vivian can work on. But I will say just really quickly that I'm proud of you for stepping up. This is how you face your fear. Fear is never going to go away. Okay. Fear will ease out and then it will become excitement. So your nervous feeling, you want to get to a point where your nervous feeling, then it leads to being excited and you want to keep doing this, and you're going to get to a point where you want to get those phone calls going because you want to see how good you're going to get and how much more you're going to improve. So I'm very happy that you stepped up and great job. Xiomara, how did you feel as a buyer and what would you have done differently?
I feel okay. I think maybe just come in again, and this is part of the fact that you were a little, obviously you were nervous, and it was your first time, and like you said, you're in a group setting, but just coming out with confident, like just speak with confidence, just like Manny said. They have no clue if you mess up and you say something that's not really, let's say, correct or accurate. They're not gonna know. As long as you continue to speak with confidence, they're gonna have no idea that you kind of messed up on whatever your script, whatever it may be. If you're calling with a script in front of you, they're not gonna know that. So you know what I mean. Just make sure you're letting them know. I would definitely how would I say, I would have went a little more what I was trying to get out of you, right? Because I know you were trying to set the appointment, is instead of leaving it completely open, because that's what you were doing with me, it's just like give a time, right? Like usually you'll hear Jasmine or Manny when they're doing this, they'll tell you like, does this time work for you? Does 12 or does 5 o'clock work for you on Tuesday? And let's just tentatively put it on our calendar. And then towards the end, obviously, when you're closing it, just let them know, now, if anything, if that time does not work for you, would you be so kind of letting me know, which is something Jasmine always uses, right? So that I can go ahead and, reschedule you for another time and give the opportunity to another first-time home buyer to schedule for that time, something of that nature. But I mean, other than that, you did great. It was your first time. I know you were super nervous. But like Manny said, just keep adding from there. Take the notes, keep practicing it, and keep adding so that the conversation goes a lot more smooth. And then you're not just like doing the pauses and they can hear that you're thinking, you know what I mean? As to like, what am I gonna say next? It should be a pretty just fluent, smooth conversation.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining our Tuesday role play session. Vivian,
Yes.
again, the best tip that I can give you is wear your confidence. That's the best objection handler that you can have, is be confident in what you're saying, be confident in the value that you're bringing. And when you know what you're worth, you know that your time is valuable. So you're not going to want to waste time with people that are not ready. And you're not going to want to set up appointments with people that are not realistic. That's why it's really important to have these conversations so that the flow goes through the call and you understand what they need, and then you determine, can you bring them that value. Xiomara is a ready buyer. She just has some delays. You need to find out what she needs and how you can be of value. When you set up that appointment, you said, would you like to have a cup of coffee? That's great. You took my advice to be casual and friendly. But what is the purpose of the meeting? Set up an upfront contract, UFC, upfront contract. The purpose of us meeting is so that we can sit down, have a conversation, walk you through the process, and you can give them the expectation of what to expect on that, right? Because maybe she's a busy woman. She has kids, she has a husband, she has a mother, she has all these things going on, which is really her life right now. She's not going to be ready to just meet with you for a cup of coffee. She wants to know what the value is. Okay. Ciara, did you have something to say? I see your hand raised.
Yeah, I did want to also mention, I'm not sure if you're using any type of script, but a really good script to go by is the LP Mama script. So you take that, and LP Mama stands for location, price range, motivation, and mortgage and appointment. So if you don't have like a set script for yourself, that's definitely something that you can use to kind of guide yourself along the conversation, because those are big main points that you want to hit before even getting to a buyer consultation. You want to see if they're even qualified for a pre-approval. You want to see if their motivation is serious enough. You have to ask a ton of questions and come from a place of value, because Xiomara can have a conversation with anybody that's trying to help her sell her house, but you have to be that one person that stands out and says, hey, I'm here to help you no matter who you decide to go with. So you have to be that person of value at the end of the day.
Good, great points. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Manny. Family. Manny says family. Yes. Ford, family, friends, all that good stuff. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining.